right, we're back by Week 7 recap, Week 8 look ahead. Got our winners or losers, best and worst performances, our weekend update, our power rankings, and the Stone Cold locks of the century of the week, which I am running away with. Another perfect week for me.
Perfect week.
Just, if making all those fake fantasy football dollars, betting on those games, it's been a revelation to find out how good I am at very, very specific wagering on pointless fantasy football league.
I'm sure there's a job out there for you if you need it.
Yeah. So our winners of the week, we can get into this one really quickly. Libby has taken down Nathan Rodabaugh, the king. Is he dead?
I don't know, but he's exposed a flaw, and his flaw is not taking our advice. Not that really helped him one way or another, but he didn't listen to us.
I think it did. I was texting with him after we released the pod that he had to follow our advice. He refused to follow our advice and not start a defense, and I think he paid the price. Now, he may have gotten points for starting that defense, but I think it affected the rest of his team. I think the morale on the team was low. And, all we can say is we told you so.
Yeah, they would have given him the swag that he needed to win. And good job for Libby. The commish is flexing his power.
Another winner of the week, Seth. Our constant riser. I think he's the dark horse now to the top two guys in Ross and Nathan. And I can see Seth being there in the end. Over 130 points this week. He's on I think a 3-game winning streak. He's climbing up the charts. Lamar's getting MVP buzz. It's all looking good.
I think the last time Seth scored less than 100 points was week 2 or week 3. So it's good. And he's in another league and he's winless. So it's nice to see that one of his teams is actually good.
Yeah. And then Sam, I believe Sam is on a 3-game win streak. He's crawling back. He doesn't have Purdy this week. So we'll see what happens without his QB1, but he's been on a run. He's back to Sam of usual.
And he might actually listen to us now. I was talking to him at a wedding last week, and he said that he doesn't listen or read Libby's articles when he loses. He only pays attention when he wins. So welcome back, Sam. It's nice to have you here.
Losers of the week, Tim.
Yeah.
I believe it's 4 in a row.
4 in a row. Yep.
Now.
Yep.
So that's
not good.
That's getting pretty bad. How high were you? Did we have you up to 4th or 5th in the power rankings early on?
No, I think I only ever got to like 6th, maybe. And it was early, so it's just bad.
We were tempering expectations, and now expectations have plummeted. Lucas, man, I can't remember when Lucas has had a team that's been either not in the middle or near the top, and he's on a 3-game losing streak, I believe, and is pretty bad. He's getting down to the bottom there with me and Stefan, and that's definitely not a place that he wants to be. And like I said, I can't remember when Lucas had a team this disappointing.
I think Lucas and I made a trade a couple weeks ago that I think was a help me help you kind of trade, where I gave him Madison and he gave me Kittle, and I think it's helped neither of us. So sorry, Lucas.
Yeah, I mean Addison was good this last week.
Madison, not Addison. No, Jordan, not Jordan Addison. Alexander Madison. I didn't realize how closely those names sounded till now, but yes.
Isn't Addison on Seth's team?
Yes, I believe so.
All right. That's what I thought. Best performances of the week. Speaking of Seth, he had 2 of them. If he does indeed have Jordan Addison, and then he got Devontae Foreman?
Donta Foreman from the Bears.
Donta Foreman, who spot started for the Bears and had 30 points.
It's just random luck, that one.
Just really destroying my Roshan Jackson pickup.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter where they are. Pat Mahomes, the only good player on Ross's team.
That's all he needs.
33 points. The rest of Ross's team was not super great, but good enough to get him the win. Pat Mahomes continues to carry him. And then along with that, Travis Kelce had 32 points for Wes. Travis Kelce, I'm starting to slowly regret not trading for Travis Kelce.
You could have.
And it's tough. It's tough. And then this pains me because Jahmyr Gibbs is an evil man, but he could only succeed on one other person's team. That's Libby. In garbage work, 23 points and a just. So Levy gets the points, Lions get the loss. I'm sure he'd rather have it the other way around, but good on you for starting Jahmyr Gibbs.
Yeah, that's tough. I mean,
worst
maybe
performances of the week. Yeah. Worst performance of the week. I checked every team, all the defenses. No crazy outlier defenses. I think there was one that had 12 points that was started in the league. So again, Nathan, we told you defenses are bad.
Just don't start them.
Another bad on Nathan that caused him to lose this week. Josh Jacobs was terrible. The Raiders are pretty terrible.
Raiders are bad.
Except for Jacoby Myers, who's good. And then Austin Eckler, who
is the only good player in Stephen's team. Yeah.
The only hope for his team, and just 4-point performance, really bad.
Yeah, if anybody needs Austin Eckler to be good, it's Stephen.
Yeah, it's his only chance. Eckler's got to get 30 points, and if he doesn't, then he's definitely going to lose. And even then, he still might lose.
That's tough.
Do you have anything else for week 7? Anything you noticed?
Not really, though. I think it might be time to start paying attention to Tom a little bit. He beat you, and he's got a couple good wide receivers there, and McCaffrey. I think I'm raising my eyebrow at Tom. That maybe.
All right. And with that, we'll get into weekend update.
It's weekend update.
I have a theme today. My theme is the owner theme. So here we go. I'm taking stories from NFL owners and relating them to our league owners. So have fun with this. Dallas Cowboys owner Jerry Jones says he is willing to trade, but won't initiate talks. Turd Ferguson owner Drew Nauman says he is willing to trade, but only with Nathan.
There you go. The Rams have released kicker Brett Maher after missing 3 kicks last Sunday, claiming that the best thing he ever did for them was get hit by that train, and is no longer bona fide to be their man. Maher still claims he is a Dapper Dan man and will look to relieve his constant sorrows in hopes to find a new team to RUNNOFT with.
We thought you was a toad. We could go on. All right. Indianapolis Colts owner Jim Irsay says the NFL admits incorrect calls in the Colts loss to the Cleveland Browns. Jahmyr Gibbs talk show owner and league commissioner Ben Libby says the league admits incorrect decision-making in approving every trade by Nathan and also not removing defenses from the league.
Tough.
So it's a petty
tough.
week.
Tyler Bagent playing in place of injured Justin Fields last Sunday at Soldier Field. The undrafted rookie from Division II Shepherd University led the Bears to a 30-12 rout of the Raiders. He's the same guy as he was last week, said Coach Matt Eberflus. He's prepared. He's focused. He's got the determined look in his eye. Teabag is just going to keep doing teabag things, and we're going to keep him steeping. And this offense is going to get stronger and stronger as long as Teabag stays in there.
You really took that teabag thing and ran with it.
It was slim pickings.
Washington Commanders, or football team, or other name better than Commanders, owner Josh Harris hires Eugene Shen to bolster analytics department. Shy Ridley owner Wesley Franson has hired an independent law firm to appeal the criminal charges of the players on his team so he can have a full lineup.
After the recent success of Kim Ng, the general manager for the Miami Marlins, the NFL has turned its eye towards why there are no female general managers in their league. NFL media analyst Scott Paley is quoted as saying, "In my time in working in the NFL, I've encountered several women who have made strong general managers that simply did not get the chance." When Commissioner Ben Libby was asked why no women are fantasy football owners in our league or even candidates for replacements for past owners who have left, he simply said, "We already have Luke."
Really made fun of yourself there. It's nice.
I was struggling to find stuff.
Oh, it's tough. It's getting tough. This is related to the league that I only just thought about this now. Libby, if you're listening, are we doing a rivalry week this week or another week coming up here? It's got to be coming up.
Yeah, definitely. It's always been a good gimmick.
I feel like we can switch up the rivalries this year too.
3 weeks since a commissioner letter.
Yeah, come on.
Just saying.
You don't have to just listen to us.
Rivalry week. Bring it back. All right, now on to our power rankings for the week. Very similar to last week, not a lot of changes. We've got Stefan still in last. I'm right there with him at the bottom. Lucas coming in at number 10. Tim at 9. Tom, Sam, Wes, Drew.
Yeah,
Libby.
Drew.
I kind of wanted to put him over Libby, but not quite there yet.
Yeah.
Libby at 4 again. Seth at 3.
Welcome to the top 3.
Nathan at 2. And Ross back in the top chair.
Inevitable.
I would love to see how many weeks, if we went back through our old reports, how long Ross has been number 1 in the weekly power rankings.
Of all time, or just this year?
Yeah, he's like the Yankees. He has, 27 World Series. He has 900 weeks at number 1. The next closest probably has like 4.
I don't think he's ever been in the bottom. I will say this year we've only had 4 people at the top of the power rankings. Ross and Nathan. Can you name the other 2?
Me.
Yep.
And I feel like we did a weird one on week 1. And it was Libby.
Close. No, we put Sam in our. I think it was the preseason one. We had Sam up there, but only 4 top people this year. It's been there's not been a lot of change in our power rankings. I feel like sometimes some years there is more, but this year it's just kind of been steady.
I was looking at the projection that the ESPN app, fantasy app does, and it kind of tracks where they projected you after the NFL, your draft, the fantasy draft, and then where they think you're going to finish in the league. They projected me for 11th. I am currently in 11th.
Accurate.
Whoever is in, I think Wes is the only other one that they projected him at 6, and Wes is at 6. Everyone else has either moved up or down. Wes and I have been the 2 static teams that they're like, the team you drafted,
we know who you are.
Finish.
We know who you are. That's interesting though for you because of the Anthony Richardson pick and Jahmyr Gibbs pick that seemed like good decisions, but we're not.
No, it's all terrible. I just hope to not get the bottom spot. That's all I'm fighting for. That and to continue dominating my Stone Cold Locks of the Century of the Week picks.
Nice.
I've got 3 winners for sure. You can lock all of these in. I'm going 3-0 again. I've got Ross minus 16.7.
Yep.
He's playing me.
It's an easy
Doesn't
one.
matter. I will lose by 20. Drew, I've been hot with Drew. So I got to keep going back to the well. He's favored by 1.2 points.
Against me, that also helps.
Yeah. And then I'm going for a bounce back week for Nathan, minus 12.6. It looks like Tyreek Hill is going to play. I was a little bit worried about that, but also I have Jalen Waddle. So why would Tyreek Hill sit out a week and potentially give Jalen Waddle a good week? That can't happen. So Tyreek Hill back in, Nathan lock.
All right. Well, the one we share is Drew. I feel like, Drew has also been one of those quietly steady in the top half tier of the league, and he does have the benefit of playing me this week. So welcome to another week of winning, Drew. I'm taking Seth minus 16. I feel like that's a heavy favorite. Seth's going to keep rolling. And then I alluded to it earlier, but I'm taking Tom minus 8. He is playing, I have to check. He's playing Stefan, so he could beat a bad opponent, but I think that Tom will win too.
Yeah, Christian McCaffrey just keeps rolling. He's can't be stopped.
Yeah, no matter what, no matter who's playing quarterback.
The Monday night game was depressing. It was just like it took him 5 minutes to score a touchdown. Oh, it's over.
I had a lot of fun watching that game, but that was tough. When they scored on a drive in like 16 seconds because The
Jordan Addison touchdown was so stupid.
I loved it. It reminded me of the Minneapolis Miracle because Buck called the Minneapolis Miracle and he was on the call for Monday night, and you just got that Buck magic when he made the call, and it was fun. You know, it's not been a fun season for the Vikings or my team, so it was just nice to have fun watching football, you know?
Yeah. Well, shout out to the worst bowling alley in the world, located in West Allis, Wisconsin, where I play every Monday night while the Monday Night Football game is on. And they have one TV that shows the game, and it's as big as my computer screen, and it's behind a wall. So you have to like walk towards where the like serving area is just to look at it. So nobody pays attention to the Monday night game ever, and I never know what's going on. And all I can do is just look at the fantasy scoreboard.
It seems like a bowling alley should have good TVs. That feels like you first buy the property, then you build the TVs, and then you build the bowling alley underneath the TVs. That feels like the order of importance there.
not in Milwaukee, baby. We're just focused on bowling. It's all just rolling down the lane.
I guess
That's what
so.
it is. That's
So
what
we've
it
got
is. And then
it. No,
I was just gonna say, then the bowling lanes break every other throw that you do, and that's actually how you keep up to date on the score, because where you have to go to ask the person to fix your lane is close to the TV. So, oh, that's the score of the game. By the way, my lane's broken again.
well, let's hope there's no more interesting Monday night football games coming up. We do have Packers Vikings this weekend. Any thoughts or feelings on that? Should I start Jordan Love?
No, you should never start Jordan Love again. You got as much juice out of that pickup as you possibly could have, and I believe it's over. I don't see him ever having, like, unless he has a rushing touchdown, which just screws with the numbers so much. I don't think he'll have over 20 points again for you. I would say the Vikings will probably win by 10 points.
It's a noon game. Kirk plays better at noon and horrible on Monday nights, apparently, but not this week. We'll see. But yeah, I think if I had to pinpoint where my team went wrong, it was investing in Jordan Love and Christian Watson. That was a bad investment. And I mean, it's kind of good because it means the Packers are bad, but it's bad for my team too.
Yeah, I almost put Christian Watson as a loser of the week, just because you were already a loser of the week and he was a bad performance on your team. But I mean, what's he supposed to do? I don't know.
I guess Dubes catches all the touchdown passes.
Dubes.
And you got AJ Dillon, and does Aaron Jones exist anymore? Did he just kind of like disappear?
I've been trying to trade him for 2 weeks. Have not been able to. I continue to start him, and he's terrible. And then I might just release him, because if I release him and somebody else picks him up and starts him, chances are he'll be good. And maybe I can then have a worse fantasy football team, but a better real life football team.
The reverse jinx.
These are the sacrifices I might have have to start making.
Speaking of, we don't do best and worst free agent pickups, but I feel like I have to highlight that I spent $30 on a Rams running back who was projected for 10 points and then projected for 0 points on Sunday, and then I just had to drop. So I just lit $30 on fire, and that was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I keep asking Wes every week how Devon Achane's doing, and he's still not playing. But $97 for 2 weeks. The
flash in the pan free agent running back game is a dangerous game. I think only one or two of those have really worked out.
Yeah, Jerome Ford is hurt now, and if I wouldn't have traded for Kareem Hunt, I wouldn't have a starting running back from the $80 that I spent on Jerome Ford. So yeah, it's running back sucks. Maybe we should pivot. Start defenses. Let's start 2 defenses. Let's get rid of a running back spot. Only one running back.
Chaos. I love it.
Or all flex. So no position lists for the wide receivers and running backs, so that you could just start all wide receivers if you wanted to.
Yeah, just pick your 6 best guys and throw them out there.
Yeah, and Ross always gets Pat Mahomes.
And a bunch of other scrubs who will get him 10 points each.
Yeah, oh my gosh. Did Zach Moss play well again this last week?
I have to check. Let's see.
I didn't look. So there's a trade in another league that I'm in where someone is trying to trade Zach Moss basically for AJ Brown. And the person in that league is second to my team. I'm currently winning in that league. Believe it or not, guys, I have other good fantasy football teams, just not in our league ever. And I believe I'm the only person that voted against that trade. And
That's a
I think
bad
it's
trade.
going to go through, and it's devastating.
That's bad.
It's absolutely devastating. They're trying to steal the championship away from me.
Zach Moss got 6.7 points last week. He was on Libby's bench. He started Saquon, who had a good week, and Raheem Mostert, who did not. Also on Ross's bench, A.J. Dillon, 10 points.
I mean, that's all he's ever going to get. He's so garbage.
It's true. But to tie a knot on the point, Zach Moss is on the Ross's bench. He's the 5th ranked overall running back, but I think his production is kind of dipped a little bit.
Well, yeah. I mean, Jonathan Taylor's back.
Yeah.
And I don't know. The Colts are just a mess.
What a fun game
mess.
fantasy football is.
I hate it. But I like it in other leagues. I just hate it in our league. I am so bad at salary cap drafts. It's a mess. I need the crutch that is snake drafts.
It's also because this is the most competitive league somehow, which was another thing I was talking to Sam about last week, is that this is the league that we care about the most, even though we're in other leagues.
Yeah, for sure. The other league that I'm in with a couple of the other guys that are in our league, every single time I try to talk about it, they're like, I don't care about that. And I'm like, yeah, I don't care either. But
this is the one.
This is the Master League. This is the one. This is the one we all care about, even though Ross wins it every single year. And no one else will ever be good again because we have keepers, and that just...
And defenses.
Destroys. Also, I'm in a 2-quarterback league in the league that I'm currently winning, so I'll just throw that out there. I'm right. All I needed was for that rule to get changed and thus to turn it into a 2-quarterback league, and I would be at the top.
So that you can start both Tyrod Taylor and PJ Walker in the same lineup. Sounds like fun.
Yeah, it would have been tough with the quarterbacks
Slim
that
pickings.
I selected. I started Deshaun Watson in that league last week, who had negative 1.3 points, and I still won.
It's very tough, but maybe that is, I mean, you can have a bad quarterback and win in 2-quarterback league. I don't know.
All right. Well,
I don't know anything anymore.
Nobody's listened because they shut it off 5 minutes ago. Because they realized we weren't talking about anything that has to do with the league.
Just, it's a complaint. It's a week to complain.
Yeah. Only one thing left to do, and that's to say
football. Football.
Football. What a dumb game. Good job, Eddie.
I hate it.